Crabman here from Crabman Gaming. Today we are playing Cricket Captain 2020, the India Save Part 3. It is 3 one-day internationals against Zimbabwe. So thank you very much for all of the likes and comments on my first 2 videos of the series. It's been really great to see people commenting along at the bottom, and I do my best to reply as quickly as I can. So pretty exciting to take on Zimbabwe. It could be anything happening here. I'm pretty much going to keep the squad the same. I don't think there's anyone I really need to omit after the 3 one-day internationals against Sri Lanka. I'm backing Chahal and Yadav to come good in Zimbabwe. Alright, I might give them both the bowling, even though they're probably not going to bowl together, but that's okay. We'll give it to Bumrah as well. And then the batting, Prithvi Shaw did a great job scoring 100. Sharma, amazing. Kohli, his form's great, he doesn't need any extra help. We'll get Shreyas Iyer and KL Rahul into some coaching. We'll have Dhoni can have the keeping, and Pandya can just have some fielding as well. Physio, let's give a little bit to Dhoni and to Jadeja. And let's see what Zimbabwe can do. I did play against Zimbabwe in my Australia save, and it didn't quite go to plan. So, we even get a tour match as well. Gee, that's very unusual indeed. Let's have a little look. We get to play Matabeleland here, if I pronounced that correctly. These used to be in a lot of the earlier Cricket Captain series, and if we have a look through the whole rest of the year, there won't be another one of these warm-up games. So I'll tell you what, I'll play this warm-up game. I won't do many highlights because otherwise this video will get to be too long. It's really strange that we get a warm-up game in India, so maybe it's a chance just to play some different people. So we'll still go with Rohit, and I mean, I think the problem is Kohli already has maximum batting, so I might just try and give some other people a go, and I might let Rohit just be the captain. Kohli doesn't need to play here, he might score 400 runs, and we'll let Pant be the keeper as well. We'll just leave. I'm not sure whether to get Dhoni in or not. You kind of want to give some form to these bowlers. Shikhar Dhawan's probably not going to play, so I might do this and just have a bit of a longer tail, which means I won't go too crazy, but I more want to give some experience to all of these bowlers. Well, Prithvi Shaw should be opening. Rahul at 3. Yeah, let's do that. I'm not sure. Don't want to risk losing. There's some rain as well. Let's just go for it. Okay, there's a couple of internationals here. Chari plays a little bit. I think Mpofu plays a little bit as well. We've been put into bat. Any rain around here in Zimbabwe? Waited for the rains. There is some rain, no play lost. Alright, I'm just going to turn all the highlights off, otherwise this could go for a little bit too long. And I'm not going to be too ultra aggressive because I don't want to be embarrassed here in the warm-up game. It's more about getting some form into the players. 2 for 60, that's okay. 3 for 60, that's not good. Pant can just get himself in. So I could have just picked all my batters and really gone crazy. It's more, some rain. Match reduced to 47 overs. I wonder if that'll change my score at the end, because we did lose some overs. In real life, that is what would happen. Shreyas Iyer doing a good job. I'm glad we haven't collapsed completely here. There's some aggressive hitting. I might just play I'll do the last 3 overs of highlights. Shreyas Iyer's managed to get himself into triple figures. And then he's been nice enough to give Hardik Pandya a little bat as well. Alright, let's turn the highlights on just for 3 overs. I think he's played a little bit of Test cricket, Nudlove. And just apologies if it's skipping a little bit, which I saw there. I don't know if you can hear the fans or not, but the fans on my laptop seem to be going crazy. They seem to have just calmed down a little bit in the last couple of minutes, but just as I was starting this video, they were very loud indeed. Is what happens when you have such an old laptop as well. Keeping an eye out and thinking about a PC build. Pant with a nice shot down the ground. Still can't believe they have this warm-up game. Surely that's not in the actual fixtures. Oh, here we go. Was this fella bowling his first over as the last over? Chigoma. What has he got? Probably get himself a wicket, to be fair, bowling the last over. Yep, there's a stumping. Oh, good old Jadeja gets to come out for 3 balls. Let's just go max aggression. Probably get out first ball. Oh no, nice 4. Poor Jadeja, he's not getting much of a bat down at number 8. But I do like having him down there, 7 or 8. There we go. Finishes with 10 off 3 balls. Very strange choice of bowling. Yeah, they did adjust the total as well, so that is fair. If you lose some overs in the middle, it does just tweak the score. So they need 336 off 47 overs. And I'm just going to turn the highlights off completely. Otherwise, we might be here just for way too long. And I'm going to try and share the bowling out as well. Gee, it's a good start. Give Pandya a couple. And try and rotate through my 3 spinners for this game. They do need to go quickly. It's still over 7 and over. You can try and protect the boundaries a little bit. I wonder if I've still got my custom field from the last game. Oh, I do. I can't use them yet though, because I've got 5 out instead of 4 out, which you can have at this stage of the innings. Probably should tell you how many players you can have out. There's the first wicket. Making a good job of this, Matabeleland. Didn't quite get that right. Didn't quite roll off the tongue the way I wanted to. Let's give it another go. Matabeleland. No, I think I said that twice. I've butchered it twice. I'm giving up. I've tried my best. I'm having a hard enough time with some of these names. There's Kunjay. He's gone. I wanted to see if this fella had played. Yeah, he has played a couple of tests, and I do remember his name floating around the scene, unless he played this year, but it looks like he played last year. Jadeja's on now as the 6th bowler. They do need 8 and over. It's more just a case of giving everybody a little bit of a bowl, trying to get some wickets into a few of the bowlers, especially as a lot of them seem to be quite low on form. I'm not really sure why that is. Can you get a hat-trick? Ooh, that's close. This will probably just about finish off the innings. Maybe 5 for Shami. Nope, 2 for Bumrah. 4 for Shami. Pandya probably should have got him on to boost his form, but that's okay. There's a little bit of rain. It's nice to see a little bit of rain again. One that doesn't ruin my World Cup, which I know I mention all the time, but I am still very bitter about the rain costing Australia their World Cup semi-final spot. Well, that was bizarre, getting a warm-up game. So now I actually have to pick the 11, and usually you can pick this nice feature of load your last team, but I actually have to build my team. So I want to go with Rohit, Shaw, Rahul, Kohli's in at 4, Iyer at 5, Pandya at 6. Oh, we can't fit, no room to fit Pant in either. And he scored 123 not out. Maybe do we give Pant to go ahead of Dhoni because it's Zimbabwe? Oh gee, that it wouldn't go down well, would it? It's tough. It's really tough. Let's put Dhoni in and we'll see if we can give Pantagal a little bit later. Jadeja. Kind of wanted to go with Chahal first over Yadav, but it's pretty tough. They're both pretty good bowlers. And, yeah, Bumrah Shami, but probably in the other order. What order did I have them? I think I had Shami at 9. I did. Okay, let's begin this game as we've already spent a little bit of time playing the warm-up game. Let's have a look at the Zimbabwean lineup and who do I know and who am I not familiar with. Monze there, not really familiar. Chahaba, a little bit familiar with him. Craig Irvine, Sakinda Raza, Sean Williams, Brendan Taylor. I think it's Peter Moore, the wicket-keeper, round out the top 7. I think it's Brandon Mavuta, Kyle Jarvis, Carl Mumba and Tendai Chatara. He's an excellent pace bowler. Reminds me a little bit of Heath Streak back in the day, kind of holding the bowling together. The Indian lineup looking very strong as usual. Unfortunately, we do have to bowl first. I'm going to say Zimbabwe make 220. That's my prediction. We will see what happens. On the very first over, they could be in trouble, as he played much before, so just his 4th one-day international. There's Chahaba there, he's played a few. Irvine, so they are quite experienced. The 200th game today for Brendan Taylor. He's been an excellent batsman for Zimbabwe through some pretty troubled times. They don't have Graham Kremer in the side, who used to be I believe he was the test captain for a while. Shami picks up the first wicket in the 6th over. And Bumrah's been very economical, like you would expect against the Zimbabwean lineup. That's down the leg side. In one day, as I do like to bowl my 2 pace bowlers 5 each. And that kind of gives them scope for 5 at the end or a couple in the middle. Bumrah's got Monze there. He's out for 7. A very slow 7 off 30 balls. Trying to deal with the pace of the Indian bowlers. I'm just going to give him one more. Alright, that's 11. And Pandya, I'll just give a couple to. It's always hard to know when to fit your 5th bowler in. Even I class Pandya as the 5th bowler, even though he's on first change, because you've got 4 specialist bowlers. When Jadeja's a specialist all-rounder, and Pandya's more of a batting all-rounder, because he's batting at 6. We can bat at 7. It's a little edge through. Zimbabwe a little bit of a recovery. Tends to be the way though. They'll bat slow, try and conserve a few wickets. It reminds me a lot of the Autumn 80s series I've been watching, as there hasn't been a lot of cricket on. Jadeja's gone through Sakinda Raza. Now should be the time to bring on the leg spinner. Where 200 was a really good score, and generally you'd find. I watched one today actually. Australia were batting, and it was the 16th over, and Australia were none for 49. Which, if that happened today, there'd almost be a riot in the stands if your openers hadn't made 50 and you're into the 16th over. You would really wonder what they were doing. But that's just the way the game went. Conserve wickets for the end. And your openers really were just there to try and bat through the first 10 overs, as opposed to get lots of runs on the board. I think it was really Sri Lanka that changed that mindset in the early 90s. And they generally sent out pinch hitters or almost sloggers to open the batting. I think it might have been Kalawitharana and somebody else that I can't remember. And they just slog in the first 10 and try and get to about 80. And then try and guide to about 250 after that. Jadeja's doing a good job here with a couple of wickets. Chahal's pretty tidy. The Zimbabweans are not really going anywhere in too much of a hurry. Oh, he's dropped him. Needs a wicket, Chahal. He's struggling. Just 1 wicket so far this year. Oh, that's plum as well. Now we're a little way into the video. I actually haven't dropped in the ways you can add me online. So do have the Facebook page as well, Crabman Gaming. So I do post some other things on there for you to look at that don't always go up here. Some pictures and some games that I pick up on my tours around. And also, there's 2 in 2 for Pandia. Also, I've just opened a Twitter as well, so there's a few followers there at the moment. So that's at Crabman Gaming on Twitter. All right, let's just watch it. Is it a hat trick? Oh, I should have really brought the field right in. Oh, it's kind of through the gully region. Yeah, again, how I spoke about at the start of the video, just really appreciating all of the comments at the bottom, all of the likes, people that are subscribing each day. That's really awesome. So if you are enjoying these videos, please pop a comment down below and I'll reply, or you can just like the video, or you can just watch the video as well. That's absolutely fine. As long as you are enjoying it, then I am happy. I try to be entertaining for people who are watching. Hopefully it's entertaining watching me play Cricket Captain. I've played it for a long time. Probably played it, I'd say probably full time since 2005. That was the first game I remember buying and playing for quite a long time. Oh, Shami's brought one into Mumba. It's 164. Chitara, not much of a batsman. He's been cleaned up by Shami, and really all the wickets have been shared round. Zimbabwe make 166, bit short of the 220 I predicted. The wickets shared around, 1 for Bumrah. He was very economical. Shami 3 for 36. Pandya 3 for 32. Good to see him amongst the wickets. Jadeja 2 for 41. And Chahal 10 very tight overs, 1 for 33. For the batting, really Craig Irvine and Peter Moore were the only main contributors. And I can't see too many problems with India chasing this down. We'll put highlights on for the first 10. I do have on my shelf here as well copies of Cricket Captain 2008 and 2009. So if I get a chance, I might upload a game from each of those series just as a bit of a retro rewind. I don't know what happened to my 2005 or 6 or 7 copies or all the other copies, but those are the copies that I do have when they used to be released physically. Maybe I bought all the other ones digitally, I can't remember, but I have been buying Cricket Captain digitally since at least 2014 when I started buying it on my phone, and I do have a couple of copies on my PC on Steam here as well. I'll have to just check exactly which copies I have. Look at that DLS 15. Alright, this looks just like it's going to be quite formulaic. We're just going to cruise to the score. Shaw's gone for 40. KL Rahul comes in. Sakinda Raza with a few tight overs. Rahul was quite economical. Kohli's going to cruise. We'll see if we can get Rohit Sharma to his 100. See if we can keep him on strike. Alright, let's get highlights back on. 93, I don't think he's going to do it at the moment. But that's okay. Just 7 to win for India to march on to their 4th successive one-day international win. I mean, this really is quite a strange series because not expecting too much from Zimbabwe. That's down leg side. Shame he couldn't keep strike with a single and then get a 6. A wide to finish it. 38 overs. 94 for Sharma. 20 not out for Kohli. 40 for Shaw. Pretty comprehensive victory. Probably could have batted more quickly, but didn't really need to. Hopefully we can bat in one of these next games. I'm going to keep the team the same. Oh, some rain happening, so that could be interesting as well. Not sure if I want to... Oh, lost the toss again, bowling again. There is a change. Mafadza comes in. He's replacing... Was it Nudlov who was down there? He is indeed. And pretty much the same batting lineup. This could... It's a really interesting decision to bat with all this rain as well. We're actually seeing a little bit more rain than we did before. Alright, Bumrah to open the bowling. Very economical in the last game. I thought that was a wicket first ball. Shami does a great job bowling in the one-day format. It's kind of been in and out of the test team, but in the one-day format, he's done a great job. 49 test matches, actually played more than I thought. That's a really good average. So I think he's more been in the test team than out of the test team. But it is sometimes hard to keep a track of what's happening with players all around the world. This is a pretty good start from Zimbabwe, as Shami traps Chahaba for 31. And nearly got both openers in the same over. Let's see if Pandya can get a wicket. And if this rain's going to come back, it looks like it could interrupt this second innings. I haven't had it with one of my games where you can get complete abandonment of games. It'll just rain the whole day. It's Pandya getting a wicket. We're trying to get that bowling average down. It did start at whoops, I didn't mean to bowl Shami. It did start at about 40, which was pretty high. And I know it is difficult when you are the fifth bowler. But if we could get that down to about 35, that would probably be a little bit better. Chahal too. Sean Irvine. Always stumped. You always know they have that big lurching animation down the pitch. Gee, I should put a slip in. A lot of edges are going through. A lot of edges are going through the slips. It doesn't matter too much because I'm going to bring Jadeja on in a minute. Oh, another one through the slips. That's just really quite interesting. Oh, that's hold out into the deep. Great catch. Pandya's the bowler. Shreyas Iyer takes a good catch in the deep. Pandya's bowling really well here. 2 wickets. Do you know what we're going to do? We're just going to bring the slip in. We don't need that guy out there. Too many edges. Quite a wide first slip. I didn't bring him in tight enough. Ooh. Maybe that's a good spot for him after all. Alright, Jadeja's coming in. And I'm just going to try and get that slip in quite close. Kind of trying to hedge my bets here for one out here. These are pretty wide. I'm not sure if I like how wide those slips are. And this is generally what you'll find against the bigger nations is 2 batsmen will just get set in these middle overs and they'll just tick the runs over. So it's not too bad. They have lost 4 wickets, so they do need to consolidate. Zimbabwe got a very wide slip. Like we put the slip in and suddenly there's no chances at all. So I didn't want hand. I'll get Bumrah in. And Jadeja can keep bowling a little bit. Hopefully they can set a competitive score for the Indians, make it exciting. Taylor's gone for 30. Peter Moy batted so well in the first game. Doesn't get out on this occasion. Jadeja to Sakinda Raza. He's been in the Zimbabwean team for a long time. Little inside edge. Dhoni takes it. Might not get a bat again today, Dhoni. Looking to give Pant a bit of a go. Oh, that's plum. Peter Moore's on his way. Again, Zimbabwe looking at a score around the 160-ish mark. Don't think they're going to get over 200. I wonder if the rain will come and shorten this second innings. Kyle Jarvis is gone. Pandya's bowled really well. This could be career best figures. It definitely is. I'm pretty sure he has 4 for about 40 as his best. 4 for 52, which he took against Sri Lanka. Can he get 5 wickets if Shami doesn't take this one? But he definitely will. Oh no. Nope, he's in with a chance. Let's get the slip in. Can he get his first 5 for outside the line? You can't give Shami too many opportunities. Of course, Shami was going to take one. Another 3 wickets for Shami. Interesting, Bumrah just the 1 wicket in the series. But again, he's been economical. 187 for Zimbabwe. Sekinder Raza really the only big contribution. 3 for Shami. 4 for 23 for Hardik Pandya. His best bowling figures. Chahal and Jadeja tidy again, picking up 3 between them. Any rain? Bit of rain. Match reduced to 42 overs. So now we need 174. That's not really that great. So we get to chase 14 less runs and we lost 8 overs. It doesn't really seem like a very fair DLS. But that's the way it is. I meant to put the highlights on for the first 10. That's a little bit strange. We lose 8 overs but just chase 14 runs less. It's kind of feels like penalising us that Zimbabwe didn't get a very good score. Sometimes I can figure out the DLS. Sometimes people complain about how it doesn't work, and I can see how it does work. But that's just a really confusing algorithm, how that's been worked out. You've bowled a team out for less than 200. You get 8 overs less to chase the score. You haven't started your innings, and it's already been reduced by. It's only been reduced by 14 runs. I don't really understand how that conclusion's been reached, but it shouldn't matter to the Indians. Oh, Rahul's out. We're ahead of the Duckworth-Lewis-Stern system. They're just using all these main bowlers. Get Mavuta off. He's been absolutely carted all over the park. Oh, Kohli's been run out. Sharma, what have you done? It's not a smart move to run out your captain. Why are you running there? That is terrible. Gone. Okay, Shreyas Iyer comes in. Ooh, maiden. Gee, get Mavuta off. Why is he still bowling? Not a great one-day average either for poor Mavuta. He's still on. Haven't used the 5th bowler. So I think I know why they haven't really used the 5th bowler, because it's when I played my Zimbabwe save, it was the same. It was you could bowl Sekinder Raza and Sean Williams, and I'd try to bowl them 5 each, and they both average quite highly. Although Raza averages 40, which is not too bad, but I think he's more of a part-timer than someone who's going to bowl 10 overs every game. Just turn the highlights on. We're just about there. Rohit's made the 100. I missed that. I was too busy worrying about who was the 5th bowler. He was not out in the first game as well. Hasn't been dismissed yet. 1 to win. It's a shame we haven't managed to bat first. Oh, hang on. That's run out. Hardik Pandya comes out for a wonderful 0 not out. Oh, no, wait. He's on strike. He scurried through for 1. Oh, yeah, because he was at there was a run out at the non-striker's end. So, yep, he gets a magnificent 1 not out. Rohit Sharma, 109, very rapid off just, where am I looking? The wrong place. 75 balls, great strike rate of 145. And if you look at his average this year in one-day cricket, it's 161.67, 3 centuries, 150 and a duck in his 5 innings. So he's either getting runs, you need to get him out early, or it's not going to help you. India are the winners, just 2 wickets for Chatara and 2 run-outs. And let's move to the very 3rd match of the series. So, yeah, let's not worry about changing any of those things. We'll try and mix it around. So we'll give Pant a go. A bit harsh on Shikadawan just being in the team all the time. Chahal's done a good job, but we'll give Yadav a go. And I know Shami's been great, but I'd love to give Bhuvaneshwar Kumar a go as well. And he's not a bad batsman. He's got a first-class 100, good first-class average of 27. I do like to rotate it around. I mean, if they were playing Zimbabwe, India probably would rotate the team a little bit as well. Players wouldn't be, dropped, but, rotated to give them some opportunity. I think it's pretty much the same team as before. Maybe they put someone in from the first game. I can't remember. We've got to surely win a toss. Oh, can't believe it. Lost 3 of them. Bowling every time. That is frustrating. Wanted a chance to have a nice big bat against Zimbabwe. Oh, that's annoying. You don't get the chance very often to play these minnows. And you do always want to bat first if you can. Try and set a really big score. So, yeah, apologies for losing the toss 3 times in a row. Generally, it will go like tails, heads, tails, or it'll alternate. Very rarely will it be 3 heads in a row. It's not like a real coin where it's a 50-50 chance every game. You generally do know what to pick, as Kumar gets a wicket of Chahabra. He probably wants to come around the wicket. Bumrah gets Monze. It's quite a difficult name to pronounce. It might have a special Afrikaans pronunciation, but I don't know what it is. Sometimes there can be some tricky names. I'm just going to go straight in with the spin here. Just going to grind them down. Get your dove in here. He's going to bowl there because his left arm leg spin. Probably, I'm trying to think of some famous left arm leg spin bowlers. Probably Brad Hogg is the most notable. I mean, there might be some more from around the world. Obviously, Kedar Yadav here. Oh, Kuldeep Yadav, sorry. There's Kedar Yadav, who's the middle order batsman, and Kuldeep Yadav. So apologies if I've been getting his name wrong for a little bit. Sometimes players can get easy to get muddled up. There's Chahal and Chahar as well, which I did get a little bit confused in the last video. One's a spinner, one's pace bowler, with very similar names. So here's Jadeja. Same sort of thing. This just looks like the same formula that Zimbabwe are going to go through, where they're just going to crawl themselves to about 180, not looking to attack too much or do anything different. Just looks like the same thing they've done in the first 2 matches. Oh, they're stumped. Pants whip the bails off. Pandya probably clean up here. He's going to bowl through, come on a little bit later. Here's Mavuta. She's averaging just 9, so they're already in trouble if they're number 8. It's first class average of only 15, so that's quite low for a number 8. You probably want someone with a little bit of a higher average. I mean, India have Jadeja with an average of 47 batting at 8. And hold out down to deep fine leg. Alright, let's get Kumar on. Let's get Bumrah on as well. Let's finish Zimbabwe off. It's a real shame we didn't get to bat this series. I was having a look at one-day teams we could be potentially trying to make 400 against, and this was definitely a series I was eyeing off to really see how far this strong Indian lineup could push the batting. Mumba's gone for a duck. Yeah, he definitely came in for someone. I don't think he played the last game. I think he played the first game. And Chatara holds out for just 8, 175. So they pretty much got the same score every single innings. So Sakinda Raza makes 50, makes his second 50 of the series. Really, again, no proper support. Jarvis a handy 20 not out. 2 for Bumrah, 3 for Kumar coming into the side. Yadav 3 for 54, Pandya 2 for 13. He really did bowl well this series, taking 9 wickets. That's helped his average come down a little bit. Alright, well, accidentally played a first over there. As we're not going to have a bat, let's just try and see how quickly we can get these runs. We might lose a few wickets and have to slow down a little bit. There's a huge 6. But I'm annoyed I haven't had the opportunity to bat, or didn't even get sent in when... Oh, that's caught in the boundary. Didn't even get sent in when it was pouring down with rain either. When you'd think Zimbabwe's best chance for a win might have been to bowl first in the rain and then chase a rain reduced target. But they didn't do it. Oh, that's caught as well. Alright, Virat's in. We'll go aggressive. We'll keep going aggressive. Oh, that's huge. So this might be one of those games where we lose, or India loses 5 wickets, but they get the runs in about 25 overs, 5 or 6 down. Just don't worry about how many overs are left. Oh, that's a pie. Do like describing bad balls as pies. Oh, that's out. Prithvi Shaw's gone. Shreyas Iyer's going to come in. He's going to look to be aggressive. As is everyone. 10 overs, 77. There's no rain around. Don't have to worry about the Duckworth-Lewis. Kohli looking for another 50. Oh, he's gone. Hardik Pandya still 70. Oh, gee. I'm just going to take it easy now, actually. 5 down. This can be what happens if you get too carried away. We'll just make sure. There we go. Just making sure of this win. And there's the victory. 3-0 in the series. Again, frustrating that we couldn't bat first. However, it leads us into 3 one-day international matches against England. So they should be highly competitive. 4 wickets for Mumba, and Indians just treated it like a 2020 really. 30 for Shaw, 40 Kohli, 56 Shreyas Iyer, and Pant did a good job. 36 of 40 steadying the ship. Jadeja still doesn't get a bat. There's a lot of games where he has not batted, but that's okay. Actually, has he batted yet? I think he's managed to make 25 runs at 131, so he's probably faced 21 balls there in 6 games. Okay, yep, pretty straightforward. Let's have a look at the Zimbabwe stats. Sakinda Raza batted well. Everyone else pretty average. Wickets, there wasn't many of them. 4 for Mumba in that last game. And then 2 for Chitara, and yeah, that's about it. Pretty average all round. For the Indians, well, Sharma was just out once for 207, and there's not too many runs here, but the players didn't get out very much. So Shreyas Iyer, 82, but he only got out once, and yeah, not much really to write home about. Bowling, Pandya was the best, 9 wickets at 7.56. Shami did a good job in his 2 matches before he was rotated out for Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, so he picked up 3 in his only game. Jadeja, great economy. Bumrah as well, didn't get many wickets, but economy was good all round. So, thanks very much for watching. Definitely it was a one-sided series, however, some experience there. Moving on, tomorrow is India versus England, so hope you enjoy that. See you later.